Welcome back, my friends. I appreciate you checking out the video. This lady says, be of service to the planet by not helping. This piques my interest. Let's see what she has to say.
I kind of assume that everyone who's watching this video likes to be of service to others once in a while, aims for a meaningful life that's also meaningful to others. And right now, the challenge is profound. Do you dare to be of service by being present, not by helping?
Wow.
Being of service might just be being really well grounded and centered, knowing your boundaries, setting your boundaries, protecting yourself and your boundaries, and therefore be a lighthouse to others. For when the world becomes more and more chaotic, you holding your ground, standing your ground, give me the best expression you know, might just be the best service to the transformation we're all going through. And I'd like you not to get shattered into many pieces by disorientation or attacks from shadows that you're not familiar with yet. And I'm sure things like that will happen even on a personal base. So when others are in trouble, allow them to ask for your help. They need to express themselves and their need of help. And then you can enter a dialogue and say, okay, how can I be of meaning to you? But don't make it a task to be meaningful, of service to others, just because you think that's the best way to handle this life. For it's also an old concept. Always love your neighbor more than you love yourself. But no, the statement was love the neighbor as you love yourself. But we forgot about loving ourselves. And that's the thing we have to learn right now. Because when you're familiar with how you can love yourself best, it's the best starting point to go through a transformation in your body, in your environment, in this world, on this planet, in this universe. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Even a more reason, stay grounded, stay centered, and be of service by being present. Nevertheless, I'm so with you.
Wow, that is awesome. Oh my gosh. Who knew in a little short 3-minute video? I kind of had a sense. I mean, when someone throws down a title like that, you're like, okay, I got to watch this. That is amazing. Spot on. Spot on. I mean, you know, our own energy, and you know, sometimes I get off in the weeds too, like, oh, I got to worry about all the world, got to solve all these problems. But the reason I think they do that is they want to pull us off of our energy. They want to pull us off center. You know, the people who run the media, the people who run politicians, who pull these, you know, the puppet masters, they're kind of puppeteering us as well, right? And promoting fear, promoting anxiety. We see, if you watch the media, you see what they want you to see. It's all, in my mind, it's all very scripted and very deliberate to keep the masses, whoever want to watch it. I don't watch it anymore. I treat it like, you know, I go like tunnel vision, and I'm like, la, 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 la. I don't want to see it, hear it, know it. I don't even want to be in the same room to it because it's so low vibe. It's fear mongering. It's anxiety inducing. It's anger inducing. It can make you feel guilty that you're not able to help another person in part of the world. I believe she's right on the money. The best thing we can do is manage our own energy, manage our own vibration. Focus is our is our primary power, and managing our state of being is our primary power. That is phenomenal. 100% I agree with her. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. I saw a sign a few days ago finding this video. Stop trying to calm the storm. Calm yourself and the storm will pass. That is so freaking awesome. Reminds me of what Louise Hay said when she said she doesn't fix problems in her life. She fixes her thinking, and then those problems fix themselves. That is an awesome statement. I need to feed my soul more by going to my art room and creating more positive energy by expressing my creativity. 100%. We are expressors. I read something once that has always stuck with me. When you help someone who didn't ask for help, they will start to resent you. This is because it's like you are telling that person they are not capable of figuring out their own problems. That's deep. This is why they will act angry and ungrateful toward you. This is why I stopped helping people. Now I just volunteer at an animal shelter. Go to the animals. They always love you no matter what. I clean cages and feed and water the animals. I spend a little time playing with the animals and giving them affection. What a nice sentiment. Decades ago, my mother was scolding me for not having any access to news, etc. in my home. I didn't follow or read any of that. I didn't even have internet at home until about 2012. LOL. She said I wasn't being a responsible adult because I wasn't allowing the news and current events. I wasn't following the Yikes. She saw it as burying my head in the sand. I tried to explain that by taking care of myself, staying away from drama, negativity, I was giving far more to the world, but she just couldn't understand. And it was fine. And I was fine with that. Fill your own cup. You know, that's the thing. Someone inside of the matrix, quote unquote matrix, inside of the system, completely captured by, oh, you need to watch the news to be an informed individual. You need to read the newspapers. You need to watch these movies so you can have something to talk about with other people at parties. You need to watch the Super Bowl. Dude, this last year was the first year I didn't watch the Super Bowl. And I love hanging with people, my friends who put on the Super Bowl parties, but I just didn't want to be in that energy. I didn't want that in my mind. I didn't want to focus on it again because I see it for what it is now. Bread and circuses. Protecting your energy. Let's see. That's a good one. I got to like that. I heard this recently and it really hit. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of my own tendency sometimes to be more concerned about someone's health and well-being than they are themselves. Like that sometimes happens to me, you know, because I care about these people and I love these people. I'm in the US and there is so much chaos here. I asked the universe how I can assist humanity. The answer came immediately, clearly, and in few different forms, that the way is love, to keep focused on maintaining the highest vibration I can. I had also been trying to beam the energy of peace, love, and healing to everyone, but found out that I start feeling sick if I do that for more than a few minutes. That's a good point. But if I focus on peace, love, and healing myself, it fills me up and radiates out without depleting me. Your video just reiterates the messages I have been getting lately. Thank you for sharing, dude. This is a phenomenal comment thread. Helping often shows up unintentionally as victimizing. I'm a healer because I heal myself and teach and encourage others to heal themselves. True healing starts with knowing yourself and loving yourself. Amen to that. The light you shine is the healing for others, not helping. Thanks for this. American here who is deep pain seeing my country being destroyed and being so cruel. It's hard to process and deal with anger and fear. You know, it's hard to process for me. It's hard to process all the criminal activities against my fellow human beings that America has done. All governments do this stuff. And then that's the work as a healer and as a person who has empathy for other people, that we need to protect ourselves. This is what you hear in the counseling world. You know, counselors, especially if they're empathetic, I mean, all of them I think are to a degree, or they wouldn't be in that field. They have to take their self-care so seriously and not let themselves get caught up. And can you imagine every person that coming into your world has some kind of a problem and you love them and want to help all of them, but if you get on the path with them and they can suck you in, you can damage your own body, mind, and soul. As a therapist, segue right there, as a therapist, this also ties in with understanding much of the helping we do is coming from our original human conditioning and often a trauma-based fawning response that is actually an unconscious survival strategy. Yeah, there you go. Did you know how I managed to stumble on this video? I did not click on it. I just opened my YouTube and here it was. I'll take it as a sign. Righteous message, lady. When people keep telling me how the world is going mad, I get on my bike, head out in the woods, and nope. Trees doing things like trees doing tree things, bird doing bird things. World is doing just fine. I try honestly I do to follow their example and just be, I get it. And there is some value to that. But where I'm at is, there are opportunities, problems / opportunities / challenges / things happening in the world. Like she said, being of service is vitally important. I like to think of what Rabindranath Tagore said, that service is joy. He has the poem, that's the end of the poem, service is joy. I want to be a force for good in the world. I want to help other people. I don't want to be, a mindless consumer anymore. I used to be that to a degree. I've gone in and out. I mean, I've been following voluntary simplicity and minimalism for a long time, shedding and purging things and commitments and stuff so that I can do the work that I'm inspired to do the things that I'm inspired to do. But I do see problems in the Middle East. I do see problems that our government has created for my fellow human beings, brothers and sisters, who don't have the opportunity to do this, right? To shine the light of awareness on what's happening to them. So I do feel compelled to help people that are in situations that I would want help if I was in that situation. That's where my mind is. I was thinking like this 3 days ago, loving your body, mind, and soul. You have much more to offer than being exhausted helping others. That's true. Some fantastic comments in here. It is gold. Yeah. There you go. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And if you haven't checked out One Life, I want to encourage you to do that. That's the system that I created to help you do your purpose in the world and help you find your mission in the world, which is vitally important right now. What it is it takes you out of the quote unquote system, the sick, diseased system that the people who run this world have created, and they want us on that hamster wheel running, being a slave to that system. It takes you out of that system when you find your mission and puts you on God's path for you. And God's path for you is what God needs you to do to heal the world. Like, that's the game right there. When you know your mission and your God-given mission, not your mission of, I work, remember Office Space back in the day? I filed the TPS reports. Or, I clear cut forests, whatever. I work at McDonald's, again, not bashing you if you work at McDonald's, but there's a better way, my friends. There's a better way. Or, I build AI. I think AI is the dumbest thing this planet will ever see and has ever seen, because it shuts down our, we came here to be, we're the intelligence. And it's not artificial. It's God created. A while back, I was talking about this idea of we have been gifted by the Creator a I'd say multi-trillion-dollar body that interfaces with this physical world. It is priceless. You cannot recreate this. AI is going to try and fail miserably. You cannot recreate this. It's a bio machine, like a psycho bio machine, and we're given it. We're given it. That is, if that's not a blessing, and if that's not the top of your list, which it's the top of my list, by the way, counting your blessings and the things that you're grateful for and things you appreciate is one of the tools in the system that helps you create a life that you love, and that is daily gratitude. There you go. You can learn more at thisismyonelife.com. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.